If you just turned off your TV and you're sitting there staring at the wall, heart pounding in your chest, completely shattered, and just repeating, "Oh no, oh no," you are not alone. That's the Chicago fire effect. It's that feeling of dread when the bells go off, the gut punch when you see the address, and that absolute, soul-crushing terror when you realize it's not just another call. It's one of their own. When you see shocking and tragic in the same sentence as Chicago fire, your mind immediately goes to one person, doesn't it? We all do it. Our collective fan hearts skip a beat, and we all think, Kelly Severide. It's almost a reflex. For over a decade, we have been trained to believe that if something catastrophic is going to happen, it's going to happen to the lieutenant of Squad 3. He's the invincible man who has proven, time and time again, that he is very, very vincible. He's the one who walks too deep into the fire, who cuts it too close, who carries the world on his shoulders, and forgets to check if the roof he's standing on will hold him. But here's the thing about that latest, gut-wrenching episode, the one that has all of us talking, and let's be honest, emotionally wrecked. The shocking news, the tragic accident that left us all speechless. It wasn't Severide, and somehow that almost made it worse. The call we all dreaded. Let's just relive the horror for a second, because we have to talk it through. The call comes in for a house fire. It's routine, until it isn't. Then we see the looks on their faces. We see the address, and we hear the name. It's Herman's house. What happened next was pure, unadulterated television panic. This wasn't a stranger. This wasn't a far-off victim. This was Herman. This was the heart of 51, the dad of the firehouse, the man who holds Molly's together with gruff wisdom and a deep, abiding love for his family. And his daughter, Annabelle, was inside. The moments that followed were Chicago fire at its most brutal. Seeing Herman, a man we've known for 14 seasons, absolutely lose it, breaking protocol, running into his own burning home, screaming for his child, was one of the most terrifying sequences this show has ever given us. The entire firehouse, his family, was forced to fight a blaze while knowing exactly who was on the line. They weren't just saving a victim. They were trying to save Herman's entire world. The relief when Cindy arrived and confirmed Annabelle was safe at school. It was massive. We could all breathe again. But that breath was cut short by the devastating reality. The house was gone. The memories, the pictures on the wall, the spot where he measured his kids' heights, all of it just gone. Ash. It was a different kind of tragedy. Not a hospital bed, not a life-threatening injury, but the complete and total loss of home. And for a family man like Herman, it's a wound that will cut just as deep. But why did we all think it was Severide? So if that was the real tragedy, why did your heart, and ours, go straight to Kelly? Because, simply put, we've been here with him so many times before. The show's writers have made a habit of putting Kelly Severide through the ringer, physically and emotionally. When the user's prompt mentioned a tragic accident and hospital, it wasn't a wild guess. It was an educated one based on a decade of trauma. Do we even have time to list them all? It's a long, long list. We're talking about the very first season, when he was hiding a fractured vertebra, popping painkillers just to make it through a shift, risking paralysis every single time he put on his gear. We're talking about the explosion in Season 3's I Am the Apocalypse, a crossover event that left Severide wounded by a grenade in a terrorist attack, fighting for his life inside Chicago Med. And who could ever forget Season 5? That season was practically a how to destroy Kelly Severide guide. First, he was the victim of a brutal hit-and-run frame job that nearly cost him his career. Then, just a few episodes later, he was thrown out of a 3-story window during a call. He landed hard, injuring himself so badly He couldn't undergo the epidural needed for his bone marrow donation. In true Severide fashion, he forced them to do the painful procedure anyway, awake, because he had given his word. The man is a walking collection of scars, stitched together by stubbornness and a hero complex. Even his emotional arcs are accidents. His sudden leave of absence to go investigate arson left his new wife, Stella, alone and terrified, creating a rift that nearly broke them. We panic about Severide because we know his weak spot. It's everyone else. He will always be the last man out. He will always be the one to check that final room. He will always be the one to trade his own life for another's. So no, you weren't crazy to hear shocking news and immediately fear for him. We all did. The good news: Severide is safe.